Fateh Arza ji, Sat Sri Akal. Fateh is your victory. I wish for your victory in the war against oppression. You know it. Shabad today is from Ank, page 15 of Guru Granth Sahib. And it is Teri Dargah Challe Maan. Teri means your, Dargah means place. Dargah of a religiously respected person or a peer or any guru. That is place, simply. Challe means runs, maan means honor, and with the lower dot, heavier and maan. This way. Your place runs honor. It means you are, we people, human beings, are honored at God's place. Teri dargah, your means God's. Dargah means place. Challe means happens or runs or walks, whatever. Maan means honor. We should do such deeds that in the place of the God we should be respected. This is the title of the Shabad. And short title is Amal Gulullah. Amal Gulullah means rounded dose of opium. When we consume opium, we generally make a rounded dose, small dose for the beginners. This much. This is goli, small rounded dose of opium. But when the dose becomes bigger due to what we call adulteration, then it is called gola. This is bigger dose of opium and it is called gola. That is what Babaji has called Amal Gulullah. Gola is called Gulullah. Amal means intoxication, opium. So why it is intoxication and why it is bigger dose? Let's see. Amal Gulullah Kudka. Amal means drug, opium. Gulullah means rounded dose, I told you. Kud means falsehood. R with the lower dot, R. This one. R. Kud ka means off. Rounded dose of opium of falsehood. It means. Meaning of this line is a rounded big dose of Gulullah. Gulullah means bigger gola, big rounded dose of opium. Ditta Devanahar. Ditta means given. Devanahar means giver. Rounded big dose of opium is given by the God. God has given us the rounded big dose of opium. Us means human beings. Now, why He has given? Why would God give opium and bigger dose of opium? And that opium is made up of falsehood. This is the hint of its correct meaning. Gurbani is generally symbolic. I say it again and again. Matti marana visarya. Matti means matti, intoxication. It is the word is made from masti. Masti, matti. Matti, maran means death. Visarya means forgotten. Under the intoxication, when we consume the dose of opium, under the intoxication, we forget death. Why we forget death? This is the answer. Khushi kiti din char. Khushi means pleasure. Pleasure is when we enjoy intoxication, dose of the opium. Kiti means did. Din means days. Char means 4. 4 days is generally used in Punjabi as for a short period of time, because the intoxication of any drug remains not for a longer period. After 4 or 5 hours, it withers. Then come, and then there are withdrawal symptoms, which are very painful if further dose is not taken. So we enjoy the pleasure for a short time, pleasure under the spell of the opium, and we forget the reality that we are to die one day. सच मिलिया तीन सोफियां. Sofi words we generally used for the people who do not drink wine. But Sofi means who is unintoxicated. It is not only wine or whiskey, any drug. Sach means God or eternal. Milya means met. Tin means those. T with upper dot, softer T. To. Sophia, unintoxicated. Those people who do not consume any drug, as is stated above, Amalgulullah, bigger dose of opium, they meet the God. That means the drug Babaji referred to is responsible for intoxication of the Amalgulullah. The drug of opium made up of falsehood is responsible for keeping us away from the God. Those who do not consume that drug remain away from the trap of the drug of falsehood, bigger dose of falsehood. They meet the God. Meeting the God means simply remembering the God. Remembering for what? For being afraid of doing evil. For no other purpose God is to be remembered. God is to be remembered just to be afraid of doing evil. Only one purpose, as per Gurbani. It will be coming in many shabads coming further. Rakhan kau darbar. Now Rakhan is what? Rakhan means keep. Kau means do. Darbar means court. Court or palace or place of God. People who do not fall into the trap of drug of falsehood, they meet God. Meeting God means I have told you. Rakhan kau darbar. They meet the God means they book their place in the court of the God. Now if you are offered chair or your place is booked in the court of somebody powerful, it means you are respected there. So it simply means meeting God means being respected at the place of God. And place or palace of God is our mind. So our own respect in our own mind is respect in the palace of God. It is made very much clear at many times in many shabads in Gurbani. We will be seeing it further. Everything will be coming like clear like crystal. Nanak sache ko sach jaan. Nanak means Babaji. Sache means God, truthful God. Ko means to. Sacha means eternal. Sach means eternal. It has come. Jan means no. So it is suggested, it is taught, the teaching is being given by the Babaji that you know that only God is eternal. We human beings must know that only God is eternal and we are perishable. We are to die one day. It is simple fact. Now, jit seviye sukh paiye. Jit means whom? God. Sevi doesn't mean serve like a servant. No. It is remembering him. Remembering him to be afraid from doing evil. Seviye, to keep remembering him before doing any task. Sukh means pleasure, paye means get. Jit seviye, sukh paye. By remembering whom we attain pleasure. It means remembering whom means remembering God, we get pleasure. It is how when we remember God or while we listen to the voice of our mind or voice of the conscience before doing any task and we become afraid of doing evil, then we automatically attain pleasure. This is automatic process. When we do not do bad, we do not do that deed which imposes or puts burden on our mind, then we become pleasureful. Teri dargah challe maan. This is the this was the title of the Shabad. Teri means your God's dargah place. Challe means runs or happens. Maan is honor. I do such deeds by remembering and becoming afraid of God before doing evil. I get honor in His place. His place means God's place, our own mind. Because no other place of God is described in the Gurbani but for your own mind. So, this is the Shabad of today. Now, let's understand or learn, try to learn. We can make an attempt only. The true meaning of this. Now, Amal Gulullah. What is this bigger dose of opium? Gulullah, I told you. Bigger dose. It is nothing else but lust, greed, and ego, or lust, pride, and greed. LPG, short form. I am preferring these three only because anger and affection, these two evils are already become are already becoming weaker. Anger, we have become so weak, dead person, like a dead body, that we do not become angry against injustice. Such is the system. So anger has withered. We become angry when a poor or weaker person is in question. We do not become angry against injustice. So anger is no more present in our mind, whatever. Affection. Affection is affection with our family members or relatives. This is also becoming negligible. In China and other countries, people are not getting married just because they consider the other spouse and children a burden only. They are managing with the living relations or other things. People are not getting married. So there is hardly any affection with the family, especially people who start earning excessively. So dangerous things are lust, greed, and ego. No, neither lust, nor greed, nor ego. Neither of the three has been totally prohibited by the Gurbani or Babaji. Lust. Sikhism allows marriage and making children. So without lust, how can we make children? So lust is not prohibited. Prohibited is par-triya. It is par-triya who is prohibited in Sikhism. Par means others, triya means female. We are not to become dishonest at seeing others female. Par-triya. With your female, you are allowed lust. Your wife or other morally character relation. Lust is not totally prohibited. It is prohibited when others female is in question. You are not to become dishonest in others' female. Then is ego. Ego is not prohibited for others' sake. It is not that you exhibit ego and people are pained, people around you. It is for your sake. Because if you take ego as a good thing, or you exhibit ego, or you indulge in ego, then the life becomes painful because at one point or the other, somebody will hurt your ego and you will face the pain, sufferings. That is why ego is prohibited, not for others' sake, for your benefit. Then is greed. Now, greed, it is not that earning is prohibited. In Sikhism, it is not prohibited that you earn so much money, but with under rightful manner. You can earn as much money as you can, but you are not to do what you are not to do. That is par tan. Par tan is par tan. Par means others. Tan means money. The money which is earned by somebody else by doing the hard labor, that is not to be grabbed by you. Partan, par tan, it is called murdar. Murdar is what? When a tiger hunts an animal and eats as much as he can and leaves the remaining part of animal, then the jackals and foxes, such lowly placed animal come there and eat that remaining flesh. That is murdar. Murdar is the prey hunted by somebody else and is left over. And then you come and eat. That is murdar. Par tan. The money earned with hard labor by somebody else. You are not to keep an evil eye on that money. With your efforts, you can earn money as much as you can. No problems. But the method should be correct one. Simple test is that while earning such money, or while indulging in ego, or while indulging in lust, the trika varnat, the manner of doing that, manner of earning money or female or ego, it should not place a burden on your mind. If it places a burden on your mind, then it is harmful. Otherwise, it is okay. So this is Amal Gulullah. Indulging in these three things or five things, anger and affection, excessively. Excessive is which places a burden on your mind. That is Amal Gulullah. We indulge in these five things out of the way. And we think that these things will give us pleasure. No doubt, these five things can give us pleasure, but at optimum level, in correct manner. If it places burden, how that is pleasure? Then Matti Marana Visarya. This is the line of the Shabad. That we forget death while enjoying this lust of greed and ego. Amal Gulullah, dose of opium. This is dose of opium. Excessive lust, greed, ego. So Marana Visarya means what? Matti means in the intoxication. Marana means death. Visarya means forgotten. It doesn't mean anything. People who do not indulge in lust, greed, or ego, they also die. They may also forget death. Then people who indulge in lust, greed, and ego, if they forget death, what is wrong in it? Keeping remembering the death is not such a good thing. It is like that we are travelers in this world, like we travel in a bus or in train. No doubt, we are not to occupy the train for the whole of the life and to remain on this we are to remain on the seat during the journey only, but that doesn't mean we go standing. We try to get a better seat or book the seat beforehand. So what is this death then? Why Babaji is putting us under the fear of death? Who is afraid of death? I don't think, I haven't found anything, anybody out of my circle is afraid of death. If I die next minute or next second, how will I come to know that I have died? So why should I be worried? Because once I die, I will not be knowing any pain. I will not be feeling anything. So why should I be afraid of death? So it is that death in Gurbani is not bodily death. Babaji is not uh, talking about death again and again to put us under the fear of death. Sikhism is otherwise a religion which plays with death. When the Sikhs used to go to war, they used to call death as bride, that they are going to marry the bride named death. How we can be afraid of death? And how anybody can ask us to be afraid of death? So it is not bodily death. When we indulge in lust, greed, and ego excessively, in wrongful manner, in malefied manner, then we fall in our own esteem. At more than sufficient places in Gurbani, death means death in your own eyes, falling in your own eyes, falling in your self-esteem. That is death. So, when we indulge in excessive lust, greed, and ego, we fall in our own eyes. And for short time, khushi kitti din char. No doubt, during the when we enjoy this lust or ego or greed, we do become happy for a short period. Everybody becomes happy while enjoying the lust. But Babaji says, if it is wrongful lust, if it is lust which brings burden, after you stop enjoying this, uh, there is a time of lust. After a few minutes, there becomes burden on your mind what I have done. So that is bad. While indulging in these three things excessively and remaining happy under the spell of intoxication of this amalgalola, lust, greed, and ego, we think that the happiness of few hours is ultimate happiness. Babaji states you consume that intoxicant which remains forever. Do not go for cheaper intoxicants which make you feel bad or which force you face the withdrawal symptoms after 4 or 5 hours. So, time under the spell of these three, if afterwards is bound to become burden on your mind, then it is bad. Then amal gulullah, lust, greed, and ego are bad. Save ye, you should keep remembering him. Remembering for what? I told you to become afraid of doing evil. Teri dargah challe maa, so that in place of the God you are honored. Again, I repeat, place of the God is nothing else, none else but your own mind. If you are having honor in your own eyes, in your own mind, then it should be considered that you are honored in the place of God itself. Because mind is the home of the God. No other home of the God is described in Gurbani. And now the tagline, you know it. Kindly start listening to the voice of your own mind, conscience. Rise in your self-esteem. Rise in your own eyes. Thus, afraid of doing evil and start relishing. All these, all these are automatic consequences once you start listening to the voice of your mind or the voice of your conscience. Fateh Arza ji, Sat Sri Akal.